Okay, hello everybody, welcome back. I've had a long few days here, so some issues came up. It took, with the Linux installation, it took 2 attempts. I'm still on Windows right now, but I got it dual booting successfully, and so far things seem to work, though certain things were definitely a challenge to get to work on there that I've tried so far. I'm just trying it out, see if I like the idea of fully switching to it or not. We shall see. I don't know for sure yet. There are some things that just flat out don't work. Let me fix the model here. Okay, there we go. It was being a little weird. But yeah, other than that, there were some issues here on GTNH too. And some drama was going on in a server I'm in yesterday, so I had to deal with all of that yesterday, plus I had an upset stomach really bad, so it's been a long weekend. It was nice to finally get back at this. So the issues on GTNH here there were a few. One, the processing of all these crystals is really slow. As you can see, the only one I have a decent amount of is the earth shards right now. Everything else is still processing. I did get bored and go a little bit overboard on taking out the cultists at one of the spots. Like, yeah, I went crazy. I was that bored one night. Got the 3 books of Crimson Rites. I don't even think I need more than like what, 1 or 2 of those, probably. Yeah, I turned in a bunch of quests, got some stuff done. I had to make a few more upgrades. I got all these still as a backlog that I need to go through. Like, there's a lot going on here. So, my low water alarm on the boilers went off again, and I had to disconnect the ore washer. So, this thing's only doing 6 at a time now because that's all that this one little Stirling pump can handle. So, I've disconnected it. I added even more water production. Like, you'll see the pipe is still here, but it's disconnected up there at the connection point. So you'll see here more redstone. I'll get to that in a second. So I had to wire the alarm to the charcoal to make sure it doesn't run out again. So that's what all this is. Had to put a NAND gate in here. So if either one of these goes low, the alarm blares now. And again, as you can see, there's 0 override on this thing. I'm not taking chances. Last thing I want is an explosion. So, like, yeah, this I still need to change to oil. We'll do that probably as part of the process over the next couple of streams. So I need to clean this mess up. And, yeah, I still need to mine all this out and get this whole bottom done over time. I'm not too worried about it right now, so this is all that's going down here at the moment. Yeah, other than that, I had to go get more clay for oxygen. It's already back out again. Like, go figure. Yeah, you can see this thing's out. And so I just got it processing aluminum at the moment. There's a bunch of wrought iron here ready for it to process when I get more oxygen. So, yeah, I had a power fail here again. Fix that. Just maintenance. And yeah, you can see there's a little bit more of everything except silicon dioxide. There's just none again. I need to fully get this automated and do a full cobbleworks setup. I'd like to get some more gas turbines before I do that, because it'd be a lot easier to use that than these giant pipes. Yeah, this hasn't been running. I haven't even touched the oil. It's just sitting there. I went and mined an entire Natura redwood, so I have a decent amount of redwood for the portal room right here. So the redwood tree out here finally grew. I had to go manually bone mill it to get it to go. I made an asphalt road to it. I need to get it all lit up and built. So yeah, if we come up here, I had to add more water tanks. The alarm was still blaring for some reason, even after I disconnected the ore washing plant, so I added more tanks. Now there's 24 tanks up here. Had to upgrade to cotton pipes so it can transfer water fast enough. Like, I mean, it was a mess. It was like I had logged in to do some stuff real quick to move some ores around to get processed and everything, and I log into going off, and I'm like, oh great, that's the last thing I want. So I went and checked the water tank. It was down to like less than half. I think it was down to like 700,000 millibuckets. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. Then so I had to fix all of that. Like, I mean, it was bad. I had to go fix over here too at the farms. There's a lot of problems and issues that were happening over the last couple of days. There's still more issues to fix. This is what I plan on getting started on today. Rather than going too hard into magic, I may set up a little bit of magic stuff, but yeah, like this was a mess. You'll see I added 4 tanks here, so now this is just by itself right here. And looks like it's got issues, so I need to connect it to this supply also. As you can see, I added 4 tanks here. This is, it's going. You'll see it's building up, so I need to get some pipes and hook this up before these boilers explode here very soon. This is why I said I need to, today is a fixing issues day. Like, purely fixing issues to get started, because there's a lot of them. Like, a very, very large amount of issues. Let's see. I'll probably just use the small bronze pipes, that's fine. Just to future-proof it a little bit. Definitely need to get that, because those boilers are going to make a crater here in a few minutes if I don't. And, yeah, then we'll have to get the oil wired up properly. Probably over the next couple of days I'll do that. Once I rebuild the polyethylene setup to be a lot cleaner. As I'm probably going to rip out like almost everything and then rebuild it at this point. Because it's just such a freaking disaster at the moment. Alright, let's see here. Alright, that should get enough water to the system to where the boilers won't explode. Yep, they're going up rapidly. Perfect. Alright. Like, all this should hopefully be enough. I'll have to keep an eye on it, like, to make sure it's stable. I need to add an alarm over here, too. Honestly. I'm thinking probably add an alarm that, if like this tank is empty, like I don't care if these get max hydration, that's fine if they cut it close, but this can't run out. This is really bad if that runs out. So because yeah, this pipe is tiny here. It's probably not enough to keep up, honestly. So yeah. There's so many problems. problems with everything right now. Like, yeah, the fluid pipeline needs to go back underground and extend out that way. Like, I need to build a road to over here. I need to tear this old cobble building down. I still need to get rubber. I haven't done that. Like, so I'm thinking I should go harvest rubber and get that producing again. Because certain stuff I'm going to go ahead and convert like certain like sets of LV machines to run off one turbine and just use redstone alloy wire. As like things say if I'm, using a whole bunch of extractors, like a lot of extractor recipes only use like 2 EU a tick. So if the machine doesn't get an EU packet for like an entire second, that's fine. you know? So like the 32 EU a tick is fine if as long as it's able to get one enough to keep the whole stack running. Because I want to set up like an extractor tower. I really wish there was a multi-block extractor. They need to add that. I don't know why it doesn't exist. Because, yeah, these things are way too stinking slow for their own good right here. Like, they are so bad. And, like, yeah, I still got the massive excess of circuits. Trust me, I'm going to use these. Everybody was like, oh my god, why? Yeah, they're gonna get used. Don't worry about it. But, yeah, this is still going, pulling the last bits of the Canthaw right here for some coil upgrades. Like, you'll see this was the, oh crap, the boilers are about to explode. Make as many water tanks as possible. No, I have plenty of excess water tanks available if I need them. And this thing, I need to get more sifters. I'm probably going to make a stack of LV sifters, honestly. And, kind of like you would do in, like, Nomi Factory, where you make entire stacks of just machines that you can just dump things into to process. That's kind of the plan here. And it'll make an entire stack of, like, LV sifting machines or something to do it. Assuming the recipes are all LV, I'd have to check. If they're MV, that's not going to work so well, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure most of the sifter recipes are LV. Like, there are a few that aren't, but it's mostly looks like weird things. Like, we'll have to upgrade it HV, obviously, for, like, ilmenite and stuff like that. Ilmenite, uranium, yeah. Well, like, all the basic gem recipes, I'm pretty sure were all LV, so, yeah. I can get away with just a stack of LVs for, like, processing, like, gem veins like this easily, because this is way too slow. It takes 20 seconds to do one of these, and it has to process, like, tens of thousands of them. We need a multi-block sifter, too, honestly. Yeah, these are still going here, like, I mean, this is just a wreck. I need to get these cleaned up and get all this into a more, easy to work with arrangement rather than the disaster it currently is. So there's a lot of work to be done here. I still got to figure out these. I still haven't figured this out yet. So I was like, there's a lot to work with. I got to clean up storage. This is just getting ridiculous at this point. So, oh, chat finally connected. And it reconnected again. It's being really bad today. Alright. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I want to do first here, honestly. Well, we need redstone alloy wire, not red alloy cable. I mean, because that's ULV superconductor. I mean, you could probably do that with a transformer to run like stacks of 4 machines, but yeah. I'd still need to use the redstone alloy wire for that part. Whoops. Let's go there. Yeah, because I got the 8X here for big things. Or like EBF stacks and stuff. And I think we're fine with 2 EBFs at the moment. It seems to be holding up alright. It's not the fastest thing ever, but it's also not the slowest thing ever, so... And you'll see I got random ingots that need to go in drawers. I need to get all of that sorted out, like, yesterday, basically. And, like, I want to get rid of this up here, clean this all up, get the steam multis, like, over in here. And, like, get other processing stacks, like wire mills, bending machines. You know, I want a processing stack for those things. I don't know if I'm going to worry too much about the multi-block mixer. Like, I'll leave a spot for one, but I haven't really been mixing enough to actually need it at the moment. So, I think we're okay holding off on that. So, yeah, let's go get rubber done first. And then we'll go from there. Let me grab the scythe here. That I've noticed that can trigger all of the slime leaves to just automatically break. Yeah, there's just way too many problems to really do a whole lot of progression today. Like, I would have fixed those on stream, but, I wasn't feeling good at all yesterday. I really didn't feel like doing it, so... I just fixed the issues and shut the server down for most of the day. Then I started it up last night once I started feeling a little better and mined up that redwood tree real quick. Like, it didn't actually take all that long, surprisingly. I actually used the obsidian hatchet for it and upgraded it to vanadium steel. And the Damascus steel tool rod. So it has a ton of durability now, and it's actually very close, I think, to instant mine at this point. It's probably going to need another, like, 1 or 2 redstone modifiers on it. So, we'll have an instant mine hatchet eventually. It's like, durability is not really a massive concern with that, because that's not going to get used, like, all that often, but it is nice to have one that can instant mine at least. As good as the healing axe is with its infinite durability, it's also not the fastest thing when you're trying to mine up a ton of wood. And I figure since I'm going to mine an entire tree, I may as well get some tool experience out of it that's actually useful for something. Because there's kind of no point in doing any more upgrades to this chopper. Because it's already ridiculously fast as it is. So... I may have to look into ways to automatically farm rubber, too. Have to see how hard it is to upgrade as well. Get off the regular rubber. See where I can move up to the good rubber. And not this garbage. And as good as the slime is for rubber, it's a pain to have to manually farm these trees. And then wait on the extractors to do it. So I figure an extractor stack for now should help with the both rubber and the glowstone production. And then we'll go from there and get all those steam machines figured out. I'd like to see if I can potentially upgrade a dark steel pipes to alleviate the problem of having to run so many pot pipes literally everywhere from it. And like, we'll still probably run like most of those processing stacks, the LV ones, will probably mostly run off of steam if they're low EU, like the extractors. We'll run them off of benzene if they're like higher EU usage. But all the stuff that's just peanuts will just run off of the steam. It's perfectly fine. Because, I mean, like, I could run a silly amount of extractors off of, you know, 1 amp, essentially. Assuming that all works in this pack. I haven't actually tested that. It should work. Like, it shouldn't be a problem. As if it is, I can just run all of that in just one shot, you know? Because, yeah, waiting on these stupid things is very, very annoying. Alright. There we go. Clear out the glowstone real quick. Alright, that's going. Well, like, yeah, I'm barely keeping up with the glowstone, as you can see. And there's still a little bit of junk here. Yeah, we'll have to clean all of this up. So, I would like to go ahead and go get some clay real quick as well. You'll see I have none. So let's go do that. And I forgot to mention I did upgrade my backpacks to the medium tier now that I have stainless. No, I went ahead and did that right here. So I now have 4 of the middle tier backpacks, and I actually color coded them so I know which one's which now. Yeah, here's the new hatchet right there. The effective of 9625. 48 mining speed is it's getting there. Alright, so let's go to Clayland over here. This looks good. And yeah, I'll need to get some super tanks made for certain things for sure. Like, I want a super tank for, like, things like oxygen, hydrogen, you know, all of those types of materials. That would be very good to start building up a massive excess of those, because they're used in so many different recipes. That's fine there. Yeah, this is what a lot of today is going to be, is fixing things and keeping things running, doing maintenance, like moving machines around. There's a lot of work to do. Like, I'll probably still, like, slowly work towards HV progression. And, like, starting magic stuff, because there is some magic stuff I want to get, especially the ability to enchant things, because not having enchanting is Not great for armor and stuff. That's why I keep dying so many times, because I just don't have good armor at all. Most of the time I'm not even wearing anything but piston boots. Like, yeah, I have all that junk armor I could be wearing, but I just don't. Oops, there we go. Yeah, there's just so many things. Now, I'll probably need to get some fluid conduits made at some point as well. That's another thing I need to do. Probably make some pressurized fluid conduit. 'Cause I think I can make those. I just can't make the ender fluid conduits. Those would be nice, but it is what it is. He hit basalt. Interesting. And yeah, I'll probably just get a couple of backpacks of this real quick and then move on. Just to start building up oxygen again. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to get some more advanced coke ovens and expand the benzene setup more. Because I don't think that one is going to fully cut it, if you know what I mean. I don't think the one setup is going to be exactly enough to keep everything going permanently. Wow, I actually hit the end of this part. Yeah, I did. It's kind of like right here-ish. Okay. Ooh, red granite, too. Interesting. Yeah, it'll be nice to be able to just be like, you know, hey, I need a whole bunch of wires or whatever, and just be able to dump a ton of it in and have it come out in a reasonable time frame instead of just taking forever because there's only one machine doing it. Alright, let's go back over here. And I'll probably just mine a little bit over in this side. We can probably get away with one more row, like right here. Yep, we can only get away with this. Okay. Then I need to watch where I go from there. I'm trying to keep it, like, contained inside here if I can. I'm hoping the hammer levels up relatively soon, too. See, where are we at? Just got a level recently, apparently, so yeah, it's gonna be a while. Because it would be nice to get another speed modifier on this thing. That would be really nice. Having clay instant mine would be huge if I can get it to that point. But it's going to take a very long time, and by then I'll have this probably fully automated to where I don't have to come and do this anymore. I'm pretty sure there's a way to passive it. I just got to figure it out and set it all up. And it's like the primary reasoning behind progressing into HV is probably going to be Ender Wars. More so than literally anything else is Ender Wars. Yeah, these things are crazy. Let's see. Can we get these? Yeah, this spawn one place 2x2x1. So we would need 4 HV pumps. Fuse quartz. Pretty sure we can do. Yeah, nether quartz dust, quartzite dust, or borosilicate and Certus. Okay, yeah, it's not that bad. I'd probably have to go get some boron, but that shouldn't be too bad to do to make that more efficient. And HV pumps, well, I mean, it's just electrum wire, which I've already produced a bunch of. I would just need to get some more stainless steel up and running, pretty much, to be able to do HV pumps. It's like these can still use regular old rubber rings, stainless pipes. That's going to hurt, but the bottleneck is just how much stainless steel I can get, pretty much. But it would be nice to have at least like one of those just pushing water into a super tank. That way it should be able to keep up decently, because those things are pretty fast. Compared to what I'm doing right now, they're quite fast, in fact. Whoop. Go out like that again. Alright, that one is done. Let's get this one. Alright, I'm just going to get a little bit more. Probably finish off this inventory worth, and then we should be good from there. That'll at least be enough to keep the EBFs and stuff running. So that's kind of the goal here. Because if I'm going to start building stacks of machines like that, I am going to need a decent amount of steel, so... The only efficient way to process steel right now is with oxygen. So, gotta do it. And it's like the bricked blast furnaces aren't going anywhere for a bit, so... Until I can run that EBF, like, constant, pretty much. Yeah, that should be, yeah, that does not sound like a good time out there. Not gonna lie. That really does not sound good. Okay, that should be, yeah, I'm gonna have to start, going out this direction and, basically come here and, yeah, I think I can get away with a little more out this way, and then I'm gonna have to start going down to the next layer and do it. I'll probably just go down like 3 and just pop it out next time. Let's get all this junk stored. Salt cobble is there. The one, yeah, it's like you can see how disorganized this is. I got graphite dust, red granite all the way over here in the ingots when it should be over here. I got igneous crystals right here. I just had to store this junk in whatever empty spot was available at the time. How's this doing? Yep. And yeah, like this has an alarm on it now. In case I start overutilizing that. So needs to go over here first. This needs to go over there. Let's see, I forgot to turn the music on. There we go. Okay, get all this clay going. That should be very, very fast. This clay is extremely fast running through these things. Like, it just comes out in a matter of seconds. Like, yeah, this setup needs to get upgraded because this is a little slow. It's probably just going to use conduits in the end. So it'll be a lot easier and back up less often than this mess. This is like the conduits, they're really not that bad. Where are they? Yeah, it's pulsating iron, which is not that difficult. It's just slow. And then electromitum pipes, that's really not a big deal. Neither is the polyethylene, so... They're just slow to create in large quantities, basically. Yeah, like I want to be able to clean up this spaghetti right here. Like, this is just terrible. I don't even know what goes where without, like, tracing the lines as I walk around. It's so bad. Let's see here. Alright, so... It's like I need to get a bunch of cells and start emptying machines out and stuff soon, too. Alright, so let's get our redstone alloy wire. I forgot to grab it. Yeah. Let's see, how much does the wire mill use? 4 EU a tick. Yeah, it's peanuts. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, all the LV recipes are just, like, nothing in terms of power usage. It's like a good example, yeah, like I can scroll through these and almost all of them are just 4 EU a tick. So it's like, we could just run like 8 of these things. The thing, assuming that works. I want to test that just to make sure, but in theory it should allow me to do that. I don't see why it wouldn't allow that. Oop, I accidentally placed one. Frick. Yeah, this also needs coated. So we need to get some rubber. I should still have a little bit. It's probably not enough, but it'll do. Let's see here. Yeah, we need to get all of that junk dealt with. Let's see, I should have some cells in here. So that's still just plugging away. Alright, these are generic, so 24. And then we got glue here. I want that. Plus that. It gets all of that glue out. Because, like, we could probably retire some of these, like this basic assembly machine. It's like, I don't really need to use that right now. And then we can repurpose some of the turbines back there for other things, instead of having to make a whole bunch more turbines, because I already have a bunch here that are just sitting idle. Like, yeah, this basic ore washing plant. Good example of completely useless machine. I was like, why do I still have this thing when I have 8 ore washing plants sitting right there? So then I can repurpose this to use down here. Oh, I'm just going to place it there for now. It's pointless, but you get the idea. Like, yeah, we're just gonna clean stuff up and rebuild everything here. So, let's see, like all of this junk can come out. We don't need it. Yeah, I just want to do mass cleanup. Let's see. Where can I stuff these at? I guess we can just stuff them in here for now. That's fine. Let's see, steel bolts, I can probably just stuff in there. Same with that for now. All of these need to get moved. This will redstone. But yeah, it's just all of this garbage, like, everywhere that needs cleaned up badly. Red alloy wire. Let's see. Can this fit in here? No, it can't. We'll just put it in there. It's fine. Copper wire goes over here. Let's see. We'll just do that. Yeah, you can see I have a ton of refined glue. Like, I should just put this in tanks. Make super tanks, empty cells out. Like, refined glue can just go in an HV tank, for example. It's not like you need a freaking ton of this stuff, because you really don't. Like, there's no point in me keeping, you know, what is it, 40,000 buckets of this stuff? It's like, why would I need that, you know? So this should be more than sufficient for current needs. And if we have to go egregiously silly with it, I will, but I don't think we're going to need to get that crazy with this stuff, to be perfectly honest. Like, that is plenty right there. Like 100 kiloliters is a ridiculous amount of refined glue right now. And like all this random creosote and crap like this, like these lava cells, you know, I can put those in a tank. Stuff like that. So let's see. Can we make a super tank here? Would like to make several super tanks. What are these? Vibrant alloys. Medic casings. I have PVC. Does require an HP pump and vibrant alloy. How bad is vibrant alloy? I probably need nichrome. Okay, we can't quite do vibrant alloy yet. So yeah, we're limited to super tank ones, but that's plenty for current needs. So large plastic pipes. And like, it's fine using the tools for these. I got plenty of vanadium steel. I actually made another small batch of vanadium steel, so see, I got a decent amount again. It's plenty for now. Vanadium steel is not really the hardest thing at all to get. It's actually really cheap. So, yeah, the only limiter right now is the chrome, really, and steel dust. But steel dust is going to be solved once oxygen is solved. I'm not worried about that. It's really only the chrome that I worry about. The sources of chrome are somewhat limited right now. But alright, we're just going to try for 8 of these at the moment. Yeah, I have plenty of that. Okay. All right, we need, yeah, you'll see here the electrum wire. It's silly. We need steel plate right here. All right, then we just need 8 pulsating iron plates. Let's just go put that in the MV bender real quick. That'll only take a second here. And we'll go ahead and get our redstone alloy cables. I got a decent amount of it. You have to wait on the rest of the rubber to process to get the rest of it here. Let's see. These just have to run back through the extractor. Yep. Or we can centrifuge it for glue. Not that I need refined glue, but yeah, you get the idea. Being the centrifuges are idle, I can probably just use them for now. It'll be a lot faster. And to tell you how little I care about the glue at the moment, we're just going to avoid excess, because I really don't need that much. There's not much of a purpose to it at the moment. I do need to get some source of, I believe it's creosote oil again, or some sort of way to get lubricant set up. I'll probably just use like the talc and stuff and creosote. I'll probably set up like a couple of coke ovens or something. So I have like a source of passive lubricant. And that'll probably be fine in just like a ULV tank. This, like, recipes use so little lubricant that it kind of doesn't matter in a way. What is the malfunction? Oh, that's the malfunction. It's all of that. Alright, 8 super tank ones. That should be a quest. Alright, let's pick this up. Take all this hydrogen. Just dump it in the super tank, honestly. Alright, let's see. Input, fluid, overflow. Oh yeah, that's right. This has a built-in void. I forgot about that. That's always nice. We're just gonna have to do this the stupid way, apparently. That's fine by me. Alright. Let's see here. Hydrogen cells. Like, yeah, you can see this is just comical at this point. Just boom, 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 boom. Yeah, there's just stupid amounts of these things. Alright, here's more refined glue. Like, yeah, you're gonna see a lot of random trash everywhere. Where did I set that tank at? Crap. I already forgot where I put the stinking thing. Where did I put it? That's for water. Shoot. Did I put it in here somewhere? Here it is. Refined glue. Just pop that on in there. Now we can put those in there. Like, I can take these lava cells and just drop them in here. For example. Because, yeah, I'm gonna need these for chemical automations. So, like to get rid of as many as possible. This can just go away. I just need to change this around a little bit. There we go. Alright, that should be still getting water, right? I have to break this to find out. Yeah, still getting water. Perfect. So if I really wanted to, I could add another one right here to get it running full speed, but it's already pretty bad, so I don't really see the purpose at the moment. Yeah, you see I still got some creosote there. Other than that, just a lot of random crap. There's a lot of hydrochloric acid here. Like, actually a funny, silly amount of hydrochloric acid. Let's see. Oh, there's still some hydrogen in there. Right here. There we go. Yeah, the Endervores are going to be so much better than that. The hydrochloric tank. Where was the hydrochloric tank? Right here. Yeah. We'll just stick all of this hydrochloric acid in here for now. Just so it's out of the way. It's not going to do anything because the rest of this stalled, so. And yeah, I expect a really short stream today, so I am extremely tired. I did not sleep well again. And then all this stuff is going to happen over the next few days because I am just completely exhausted. Alright, that gets some of the basic fluids, at least, like, out of the way. We got another tank here for whatever needs it. Like, yeah, there's 5 random water cells here. It's like, why? You know? It's like, why are these here, sort of thing. We'll let those empty out. They'll empty out here in a few seconds. Like, yeah, I need to get a drawer design, like, decided on, like, badly. Let's be honest here. Where are my drawers at? I forget. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with drawers for, like, some of the basics. Yeah, right here. Because, like, I can upgrade these to hold, you know, as much as a normal drawer with, what is it, the obsidian upgrades, I do believe. It's actually double what a normal drawer holds, so, yeah. 128 stacks, like, per quarter drawer, which is plenty for most things that I need a lot of. Like, most of the dust that's, like, here, I don't really need more than that, honestly. Because I'm never going to have a large amount of these before I get, like, AE storage. Worst case scenario, I can just put multiple obsidian upgrades in there. So it's like, I want to clean a lot of that up. Like, a lot of these pipes that I don't need anymore, just get rid of, you know. Get out of here, fly. Another fly flying around the monitor. That's never fun. Yeah, see all this creosote. Let's get rid of all this stupid creosote oil. Yeah, there's random polyethylene right here. Like, just put this crap in a tank. Like, there's just so much random trash everywhere that I want to clean up. Alright, goes there. Let's just put all of these in here. And that's like, yeah, the oxygen is just going to be a super tank in the end. Same with hydrogen, nitrogen, things like that. They're all just going to be super tanks. That giant railcraft tank downstairs will eventually just get replaced with a super tank of water somewhere. So it's just various things. Let's see, what else can I do real quick? Trying to think here. Probably decide on a drawer layout, honestly. I think is what I'm going to do next. Alright, let's see what we can come up with for drawers here. They don't need to be fancy at all. Anzy, I'm incredibly tired right now. Yeah, expect about a 2-hour stream. It's not going to be long. If I wake up later, I might stream a little more of this, but yeah, I'm just too tired to do much today. Really got to get that sleep back in order. Let's see. There's usually some pretty good stuff in technical blocks. It doesn't need to be, like, incredibly fancy stuff, but... let's see. Sturdy technical block. Does this work? This... Curious. Yeah, it kind of works. Hmm. It's gonna look funny with like the full ones though. What if we did like this, like corroded chunks? What does that look like for the outside? Okay, I kind of like that. There's also laboratory block. Like this stuff right here. I'd have to see if it uses the right texture though. It's like, yeah, I'd probably want it to use this texture maybe if I went with laboratory blocks. And yeah, then we just have to figure out a front face there if I went with this one. I do kind of like that design, but yeah. Let's try making some laboratory blocks. Test out like these like air vent style design. Let's see, 4 stone and another quartz. I don't want to make too much of this stuff at the moment because I don't have a lot of nether quartz. So I've been really neglecting nether mining. I need to get on that soon. Let's see, what is this one? It's circuit 24. So we can just run it through the MB, that's fine. Alright, let's test that with this and see if it works. See which one I like better. Okay, it does in fact use that side. That's good to see. I do kind of like that for the outside as well. We just gotta figure out the inside. What about Tyrion? Probably get some factory block as well, plus these. Just test different things out, you know what I mean? What looks good on factory block? This is another good design, maybe. Yeah, the black futuristic armor plating block is decent. Let's see. Shiny armor plating? I don't know. What does that look like on the, that's the side, with the bases. Oh, that looks absolutely horrific. Okay. Okay, what if we did something like that? Like on the inner part, but let's do this on the outer part. What does that look like? Okay, I kind of like that. That would work good for, I think, the front face of actually a full drawer. Let's see. So let's see. Let's do that with that. Yeah, I don't really like the outside part of that, though. No, the outside is, like, way too bright and shiny for that. What about, like, Crip and Corp blocks here? Like, Corp, what is it? Corp 9, maybe? Yeah. That looks decent for a, like a single full drawer. I do like the dark designs better than the super, super bright ones. Because you notice I tend to build with a lot of, like, darker blocks rather than lighter ones. I'm sure you've probably noticed that by now. Yeah, I do like that. Let's test a couple other random things here. What about Crip 4, maybe? What does that look like on the outside? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I do kind of like that, though it is a just a touch on the bright side, maybe. Let's see. What other crypt blocks? 5? Crypt 5 is decent if it was gray. I could also use the same thing I use for like the fire extinguisher boxes. That's decent looking, but yeah. And there's also this design. That probably looks way too weird. Yeah, that looks really strange. Okay. Alright, so Crypt 4 is a decent candidate here. What about the steel tiles now? The steel tiles look decent with that. Another good block might be Tank, actually. There we go. Like Tank 4, like that style of block, like this. Tank 3, Tank 4, maybe. This is another good one. Factory blocks. So yeah, the factory blocks, maybe factory block 8 could work as well. Let's try the circuit block. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, there we go. I'm liking that. Factory block 8 with Tyrion 14. I'm gonna pull one of these out and waste a drawer and try it. Worst case scenario, I'll just shove it somewhere like out of sight in another build. But I do kind of like that. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's try it with something that's a full like texture here, like the full 16 by 16 texture. Do we have anything that really is? So I just want to test the bounds of like where the texture's at. LV circuits are close. Okay, yeah, it sets right at the top. That's perfect, actually. That works extremely well. I'll save these laboratory blocks. Laboratory blocks are fun. Mainly, like the clear, I believe the good one is missing, I believe, from this version, unless it's this one. Let's see, yeah, it's this one. The classic right here. When you just want a nice, flat, white, like, slightly off-white surface, this block is the way to go when you still want it to have a border on it. It's really, really nice for that. And believe me, we're going to be using that light blocks as expect a sort of lighter build for Britannia, I'm thinking. When I get to that point, I haven't decided exactly what I want it to look like, but it's probably going to be using this and living rock and stuff like that. So we may set up like a simple like pure daisy setup just to get some living rock and living wood like going. In fact, I could do that right now if I really wanted to, so. But yeah, that's gonna be our drawer for these. Tyrion 14. Like, yeah, that is super good right there. Alright, so let's get our Tyrion 14. Like, this isn't going to work for the other drawers. We're going to have to figure something out for the smaller drawers, but For the full drawers, this is perfect. So, oh, I gotta put drawers in. That's why it's being whiny about it, I think. Oh, I'm stupid. I was in here wondering, why is this not working? Oh. Yeah, that's why it's not working. Duh. Wait, did I mess up? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I poo-barred that. Fudge. And I don't think you can undo these in any way, can you? No, nope. They're just furnace fuel. That blows. Okay. Can we put it in here and then add the Tyrian? Is that an option? Okay. You basically have to recreate it, I think. That's a bummer. All right. That's what I get right there. Tyrian and factory blocks. Okay, so Tyrian 14 right there, and then factory block 8. Okay, so now we do that. We're gonna have to waste some more factory block. And Tyrian. Yeah, because you can't just do that. You just have to redo it. Okay. There we go. We are good now. That is not the end of the world. These things aren't exactly, like, super expensive anyway. These blocks are relatively cheap to produce. And all this void stone is probably going to get used in, like, the Thaumcraft building. So this setup is just temporary to get things started. I do need to move this, like, out here or something and put a actual cover over it so all the yucky goo doesn't go way up there and end up being a pain to deal with. But yeah. Let's just put the drawers in here for now. So now we need to come up with one for the smaller drawers here. Alright. So I do like this as the outer one. What does this actually look like? Yeah, you can see that looks really, really silly on the front side. So I need to get a lighter block in there to kind of counteract it. If we put stone on it, yeah, that looks really dumb because it messes up the outer borders when you do that. So we need to figure out another front face block here. And a border block to deal with that. Let's see. Alright, let's try the sturdy with these drawers. What does that look like? For the front face. It's decent-ish. It definitely looks a little too textured, though. Yeah. I want something nice and dark on the front. What about this, maybe? Okay, that's probably too dark overall. Let's try Corp or the fort block. What about fort blocks? What if we did fort 6 on the front face? Yeah, it looked awful. Okay. So we're gonna have to correct the outer part. We might have to try and color match this as best as possible. Fort 5, yeah, you can see that looks really weird right now, so. What does Fort 0 look like around the edges? That's not the end of the world in terms of coloring, but yeah, the front of it just looks awkward to me right now. Like, yeah, if we did that. Okay, I liking this idea for the borders, probably. We need to figure out the rest of it here. Because, yeah, the other part of it just doesn't work well there. We could use drastically different designs for each one. Let's see, what do we have in the way of tiles? Omnium tiles. Voidstone is a little on the expensive side to use for this. Brimstone. Let's see, let's just add chisel and kind of go through a couple of options. Can't use arcane stone yet. Cobblestone doesn't really have any good options. These fantasy blocks could get used in a Botania build too, I'm thinking. There's laboratory block like 7 maybe. Let's try laboratory blocks 7. I want to see stone bricks too. No, there's no stone brick option. Okay, let's try laboratory block 7 real quick. Like right here, laboratory floor. So if we do that, yeah, it's a bright front, but I need to find a darker option for this. Honestly, that would be like perfect if I could. Like that helps with like texturing, but it could look really strange on a full wall of those things. The other option is to go full bright, but that makes certain things hard to see, so. There's really not a lot of good options here. There's temple blocks, but I don't know about the blue there. Holy stone is probably a little too bright also. Well, shoot. There's no, like, basalt or granite tiles, right? Like, small tiles? I wish there was. August stone. Let's see. Let's look at Grimstone. There are the Grimstone blocks like that. That could work. Limestone is going to be too bright. Yeah, I may try the Grimstone here. actually. Yeah, let's try a little bit of Grimstone. How do we get this? Just coal and stone. Let's try making that and see what it looks like. Let's see, we want just straight brimstone blocks. And these include a brighter border, so that might help with the inner part here. Oh my god. Oh, that looks atrociously bad. Okay. Yeah, that is horrendous, actually. Yeah, we would need to do a lot to clean that up. That is really awful. What about, like, smooth brimstone plate? Okay, yeah, that is, absolutely horrible looking. Okay. Alright, so I'm thinking Fort 6, and then we need to figure out something for the sides there that kind of matches up with this coloring. Is there a fort block that matches that? I don't know. We may just have to go with a different fort block here. Because we tested 5 and it was a little too bright. May just have to do Fort 0. That looks a little different on the outside. I wish there was a slightly darker version of Fort 0. What about Fort 5? Okay, that looks... not great, actually. Alright, I'm gonna have to look up designs for the smaller ones. For now, we'll get the big ones moved over and get that all taken care of. Let's just stuff this junk for the moment right here. It's fine. Alright, at least we can start cleaning up the big ones here. You'll see I got a lot of stuff that's in barrels and a lot of stuff that's like weird here. Like, yeah, this is in barrels. I'd like to get rid of most of the better barrels because they kind of look really bad with their outline like that. Where is it? All the upgrades. Okay, let's start cleaning this up. Let's see. Which one should I do first? Let's just do the deep slate. That's gonna give me a matter cluster for sure. Oh. We're voiding, that's why. You go in there. I don't want to void all that. There we go. Like, yeah, that looks pretty darn good right there. Not gonna lie. Like, it's a little off in terms of, like, alignment, but it looks pretty darn good in the end. I can always change them anyway, so at least we got that sorted. I can try and get rid of some of these better barrels off camera. Yeah. I'm gonna mostly play with this off camera, I think. At least we got that. That looks decent to start with. Just now that I see that, I'm not a huge fan of the misalignment, but yeah. All right, let's do some other stuff here. What should I do? I want to get a pure daisy up and running. Let's try and do that real quick. All right, we just need a petal apothecary here. Okay, that's just the special ones. Yeah, we just have to do the regular petal apothecary. Yeah, they're just the regular one. You just change it over. All right. So this is 2 steel plates, 2 steel screws, a cauldron. We need a block of silver. Two steel screws. Where are you? May or may not have some of those. Yep, I don't have any. We're going to make them. But yeah, I'd say the rest of the time here, let's just get pure daisies and stuff like set up and working. And then I'll call it here probably in like 30 minutes. I am exhausted, and then I'll when I get up later, I'll redo some more stuff. I'll mess with the drawer designs a little more and see what I can come up with. We need to get this in the compressor over here. Come on. Goes. Okay. 2 steel plates and a cauldron. I may have a cauldron still. I don't know for sure. I do not see one there or here. Okay. Do you have any cauldrons in here anywhere? No, actually. Wow. I thought I had some cauldrons. Huh. Oh, we have one now. Okay. 2 blocks of stone and a block of silver, and then any mushroom. Not 3 blocks, 2 blocks. 2 blocks of stone, a block of silver. Any of the mushrooms. Which one do I have a lot of here? Brown, but those are used for starter flowers, so probably just, I don't want to use the whites all up. Yeah. Let's just go with the brown, I think. That's fine. Okay, there's that. We're gonna want the Lexica Botania. Let's see. Over here, this shouldn't be that hard. White, shimmering mushroom, or any mushroom in a book. Plus, it wants some redstone roots, which are vacuum tubes, grass, and redstone dust. Yeah. just pop this somewhere where I can easily grab water. Really just set it over with the rest of this crap for now, I guess. Maybe not exactly right here. Let's go, let's just go out here. That's fine. Okay, Lexicopitania. Is any mushroom in a book? Let's just use I guess. Lexicopitania. And now redstone, vacuum tubes, and grass. I think I still have a little bit of grass somewhere. Let's see. Yes. Okay. These are used for a lot of recipes, so just going to make a bunch. And everybody was like, I made too many vacuum tubes. Trust me, I'm going to use them. There's a reason why I made so many of those. Boom. Alright, that's done. And then I'll leave this reward for now. So I can pick up what I need. Meadows Queens. Okay. Bees with the flower trait. Will slowly generate flowers. Okay. I've been running from distant pastures. Can these generate Botania flowers? Is that what it's trying to hint at right there? Huh. I mean, I don't see why not, because they would be registered on that list. Alright. 3 of any white flowers, so we'll probably just use glow flowers, and then a white mushroom. So we're just going to use 4 of these, and any white flowers. Then I need seeds of some sort here. Let's see, wheat seeds are fine. That works. And then I just need water. This won't go low enough to set the alarm off, so it's fine. It'll fill back up here in seconds anyway. Oh, well that's nice. It also ate the cell. Oh god. Oh god, I'm making a mess. It's super duper slippery because of the concrete. I can't even get to it, it's that bad. Whoa, jeez. Yeah, that's crazy. Pain and suffering. Come on. Stop. Oh my god. What a nightmare. Okay. Note to self. Do not use cells for this job. They very much do not work. I gotta turn off the old dislocator. Alright. Alright, so let's just put this in the other tank here somewhere for now. I just need a tank for it, and then I can fill the buckets. Stupid problems call for stupid solutions, right? We're gonna go ahead and put that there. Alright, it works. So I'll probably just set these up like right here for now. Should be good. Let's get the dislocator back on there. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's get some lighting over here in this thing. Sure, we'll just use up these 4 yellow ones for now. This is just temporary until I get the... Whoa, jeez. Yeah, this is just temporary until I get the Britannia building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Let's just go like... Probably slap down another 2, 4, just for consistency's sake. For now. Probably should have separated them by 1. That would have helped with that problem, but it's fine. It wants living rock and living wood. Let's get some both for the first quest here. Canopy tree wood should work. Should just detect log wood and call it a day. Yep, that works. And there we go. Alright, what's next? First mana pool, diluted pool, living rock slabs and plates. This is just living rock cut. Yeah. We just gotta wait on that. Not a big deal. I should probably look into Thaumcraft stuff as well here. And yeah, like I need to get a drawer for this stinking, like, things like gold foil and all. Should probably just use that up, honestly. Yeah, it's used right here in the circuit boards. I just need to use up the sodium persulfate, make some more phenolic boards. These aren't even hard. They're literally just refined glue and wood pulp. I'm like, I don't even care about the efficient recipes because I have so much glue, I don't know what to do with the crap. So... Actually, I should be using the other axe right here. Just keep getting experience on it. Forget how wild the living wood looks in modern Minecraft. It looks way different in modern Minecraft than it used to look. Okay, diluted pool. We need to get some of this stuff in the cutting machine up here. Boom, right there. on 3 for this process. Let's see, cutting machine on 1 is going to do that, so it's probably going to do that. That one, so we'll put this one on 3. That's going to take about a minute total. And it actually did that, okay. How's the sifter doing? Yeah, you can see this is all it's done in all that time I've been on. It's really slow. Like, and like this setup is gonna stay on Steam. I'll probably switch it to a dark steel and then just so I can reuse the pot and pipes for stuff like benzene and all. Because I can just use like small or normal pot and pipes everywhere. Probably use like a normal pot and pipe for the main like distribution line, and then I can pull like small and tiny pipes off the main distribution line for the benzene. I could also move all of the steam stuff downstairs once I dig all that out, so it's a lot closer to the steam production. That's also a thing. I may do that. I just need to excavate all that mess down there, and I don't feel like doing it at the moment, being so tired here. Okay, we want a diluted mana pool. Okay, mana diamonds. Completely full diluted pool can barely make a mana diamond out of exquisite. Once you upgrade, you can use regular diamonds. Okay. And mana steel. Yeah, look at that durability. Oh my god. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I thought vanadium steel was silly. Yeah. Not vanadium steel being silly. Mana steel is even crazier. So. Like, yeah, that is just actually nuts. Like, holy crap. So. Alrighty, so, yep, we're gonna have to go over here, make 2 mana spreaders, living wood slabs, mushrooms, and gold rings, of all things. Okay. Don't know if I have those. Make them out of this, I do believe, right? Nope. Let's see, gold rings, here we go. Yeah, just by hand. And then we'll extrude some after that. So we'll just do this. Again, I probably do not need this many, like, ever, but what's the worst thing that happens? We have an arc furnace for a reason. So, might as well use it. Can only assume the others are complete, like, garbage in this pack. Slabs. Let's just chuck them in the cutter. Sure. Whoops. That. We're only going to make 2 for now, but let's just use cyan. Sure. Okay, cyan mushrooms. I need 2 more living wood slabs. 7 per, not 6. Ah, shit. That was an oof. Alright. There we go. God, I stuffed a bunch in there. Just goes to show how tired I am right now. Alright, 2 mana spreaders, a wand of the forest, 3 living wood twigs. That's just living wood planks on 2. Living wood planks or living wood on 2. Alright. Let's let this process real quick. Kind of clean up my inventory while I wait here. I'll keep these. Get rid of that. I don't need the concrete in my inventory either. Or those. It's fine. Alright, what did I make? Living wood plates, apparently. And to know that's a thing, apparently it is. Spawn to the forest. Okay. Let's pick 2. Let's go cyan and green. Sure. Alright, there's the bond of the forest. Done. Okay, what do we get here? Dark energy, nightshades. Yep. And yeah, these die after an hour. That's expected. Of course, they're nerfed in this pack. 2 yellows, an orange, a light blue. Okay. And we don't really have much of a choice to really use anything decent, because these all require mana powder. I already looked at the recipes the other day, and it's like, you basically have to do it the crappy way, so. To start out. Oh my gosh, the concrete is screwing me up, like, big time here. Oh, there it goes again, messing me up. Alright. Let's go get the 2 more of that. It's 2 cobblestone. I'll just go void over here. It's like I really don't need that. Let's get our clay dust going. So our EBF is what? Out of cryolite. Oh gosh. Well, it's not what I expected to run out of, but alright. That'll at least get me some level of oxygen production. Minimal, but some. Okay. Yeah, there's still a lot of alumina. I'm gonna hold off on more. This should be enough aluminum to kick things off. So and 11. They should kick on here shortly. Yep. Alright. There we go. That's going to be a slow process. I really need to get a better way to get oxygen. That's a really, really garbage way of doing it. And I get more efficient production with the aluminum here very soon. So, let me check. Is my Canthal done, actually? Let's just put our Britannia-related garbage here. I would like to just get rid of this stupid gold rod. All these little 1s and 2s I need to just get rid of, you know what I mean? Let's see, it's hammer, file, gold. There we go. Like, yeah, all those little 1s and 2s items really gotta go. Like, yesterday. It's crazy at this point. Let's see. This will be Thaumcraft right here. And then for now, this one will be Britannia. There's not really a lot I can do until I get a Britannia area set up, because either way, we're going to have to do the initial process outside because of the day blooms and nightshades. I can't really get out of that right now. It just is what it is. So let's see about upgrading the coils here. How bad is this? Molten copper nickel, mica insulator file, foil, and Canthal wire. Yeah, so I need to go mine that mica vein. Oh god. If you're curious as to why I'm like, oh god, roguelike, edge of roguelike, mica vein. Yeah. It intersects with the roguelike. It's not pretty down there, trust me. When I say it's bad, yeah, it's bad down there. So okay, nice. Oh, chucked this on in the centrifuge here. Oh yeah, there's the rubber. That's what I'm looking for. There's probably a ton of sulfur in there. Yep. It's yellow garnet dust. That's different. It's yellow garnet in there. There should be a raw rubber dust in here too. I need to get some sulfur processing. I'm already noticing that. I'm getting low on that. That's probably not enough, so let's add more. Just add way more than what's necessary to it. And yeah, I'll have to start looking into the better methods of rubber production soon. How bad is SBR or polystyrene here? Okay, styrene, butadiene, rubber. How bad is this? SBR, dust, and sulfur in a chemical reactor. Or just the rubber pulp in an extruder. Okay, SBR pulp is... Let's see, I just gotta follow this recipe backwards. SBR bar. Yeah, molten SBR. Here we go. Alright. Let's see, it's chemical reactor, SBR, dust, and sulfur. Styrene, butadiene, rubber, butadiene, and styrene. Let's see, ethyl benzene. This is basically ethylene and benzene. We're already making small amounts of that. So I could just pull a batch of ethylene, pull some of the benzene out of the tank, combine that crap together. You got your styrene. Let's see, and butadiene is just stuff in a distillery. So yeah, heavy fuel, light fuel, or naphtha. We're only making refinery gas right now, so I could just do a manual batch of butadiene too. If I really, really want to upgrade my rubber, that's probably what we'll do, is make a batch of that eventually and get that set up too. But I would like to get all of this rearranged before then. Because yeah, like this in theory should be fine to contain the blast. I can probably just expand this out a little bit and, you know, drop all the steam multis down here. I can just drop a tank like right outside here. Just drop a couple of quantum tanks out there and go from there. It's like we can just pipe this out the back and you know, straight into quantum tanks and then out through a huge dark steel pipe out as a main line, and then just pull like potten and bronze pipes off of that. Kind of be a little more efficient with it than I am, because I'm horribly, horribly inefficient with it right now. Let's see, what can I get rid of out of here? The redwood, actually. Seeing what I can get rid of, because the redwood can just go up here for now. How's this looking? Still dead slow, as expected. Like, yeah, there's nothing fast about this process. At least we got some rubber now. Rubber has been the pain point the past couple of streams, because I haven't been keeping up on the slime processing. Let's see, let's just do a big old batch of living wood. I'm gonna have to go through the Twilight Forest and Find probably a little bit more of that, and then we may have to get into forestry bees at some point and see if that actually produces Botania flowers. I could probably look it up on the wiki or Discord. Let's see. Yeah, these are... They die after an hour. It may be tricky to automate naturally regenerating source blocks. There is a way to do it, but yeah, it's tricky to get it working properly. Let's just say that. As there is... not that one. There's the... There's a buildcraft block for doing it, I think. Yeah, right here, the BC factory. Floodgate, right here. You'd have to figure out how to make this repeat over and over and over again and keep supplying it with water. But, yeah. Essentially looking at a buildcraft floodgate. It's like the hardest part is figuring out how to make it repeat once it finishes. So it's not impossible to do, but yeah, it involves a lot of like block breaker, block placer sort of setup to make it work, I do believe. Like, hard to pull off right now, but not impossible. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and stop here for now. I may just leave this running and let it do its thing a little bit, processing all those crystals and crap. And then I'll work later on probably digging out the bottom here a little more, because I think I will move the steam machines down here. It'll cost way less pipe than sending it way up there. So, because it's either that or I like move them out a little bit, like farther over. I would like these to be on more of a line, so they're a lot easier to access, like all in one line instead of like they are. Like we'll have a double-sided line sort of thing. Like you'll be able to access them from either side, because we got this giant, you know, quad centrifuge setup. Well, like the quad centrifuge setup, then we'll have this, you know, set in like right smack in the middle here. I'll move it and stuff like that. Yeah. And then I'll have to work on drawer designs. I'm not like super satisfied with this. It looks good, but it being off center it's gonna trigger people. I know that. So I might look into redesigning that too off camera. Just figuring it out. I'll get a lot more drawers like for things and get everything organized. So yeah, I figure I'll probably do the rest of this like reorganization like mostly off camera this week. And like we may do a stream if I get things set up in time, but I have a feeling most of this week's streams are just going to be ukulele at this point. I still haven't made the schedule, so I'll make a schedule later too. But yeah, I expect pretty much all ukulele this week. And we'll go from there. Because it's going to take me a while to move all of this crap around, and I want to get that taken down and, you know, get everything set up proper in this place. Like, I want to have, you know, main steam and benzene line just coming right smack down the middle here. That's easily accessible, that I can just pull lines off of wherever I need, you know what I mean? Because we will still need steam up here for various processes, like steam cracking oil needs steam. You know, over here, that's why we're pulling this steam line, is for both running this to make the, what do you call it, the benzene there, and then also for steam cracking in here. So, one of these machines, somewhere in here, yeah, I think it's, this one right here, yeah, the steam right here. We don't need, like, this much steam. You can see I'm only pulling a little bit off of that line, because it's just pulling right here, and then also running a bunch of turbines. It's a mess. And, like, yeah, this humongous tank can probably go away and just get replaced with a couple of super tanks. I'll have to play around with it. I could also keep this giant tank right here, but move it, like, over here. Let's say, move it where the centrifuge setup is. Like, somewhere right around here, because this is going away, remember? I could move it right into the corner over here, right above the boilers, and then pull steam off of that. Just have steam going down here. Move the storage and crafting to, like, the middle of the factory, like, right here, maybe. And yeah, I'll have to mess with things. See what I like. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I will see you on the next one. I'm gonna go get some rest because I am completely exhausted right now. Alright, I will see everybody in a day or two of more ukulele. Alright, bye everyone. And yeah, like that too. I'll keep working at this. I'll test things off camera. Start getting machines moved around where I want them. Because it's just going to be a lot of me going around with a wrench and dismantling all this crap. And yeah, these wrenches are dead slow. So I may look into getting an electric wrench on top of that. Oh, I'll mess around. Alright. Bye, everyone.